Okay, friends, I took a break, I had some dinner, and now we are ready to go. We are ready to do this. I am terrified of what this trial is going to hold because I honestly have no fucking clue what happened. Okay. All I know is that, unfortunately, it seems like I might be the most Makoto might be the most likely suspect, which is kind of sad considering. Okay, well, it seems like a typical experience where we end up losing a lot of our, problems. Just, all okay. Wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Apparently there's no hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Despair has light now? Huh. That's pretty good. Oh my god!
I can't wait!
Who's the pretty princess who designed this room? Because holy shit. They need to get their eyes checked.
Thrills, chills, kills!
No thank you. I will pass on this show. For the 5th time, a deadly, bloody. I understand you have to... A deadly class trial. Oh good, I get to save, despite the fact I saved right in the elevator room, but that's what happens when you turn off the game for like 5 seconds. Still have a save from Chapter 2. Well, that save's never being touched. Alright, let's take a look at our e-handbook real quick. First off and foremost, let's take a look at our truth bullets. Monokuma file, that was pretty obvious. However, they were, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed, which was completely through their body. Head had been struck by an object as thick as a metal pipe. Ew, this is a horrible way to go. Half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire before extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaked, yet wet, while the bottom half remained dry. What? Okay. Fake nails. Horribly long fake nails. Okay, then. Tattoo on the right hand. Right hand seems to be long. I'm just fragging near the bomb. Okay. It should be noted the bomb which was removed. It should be noted that the bomb which was removed from the Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. Hard to imagine these two events being unrelated. Sprinklers did not function correctly, apparently. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before, so basically it had to happen between 7:30 and, well, after 7:30 and before 9 when we arrived. Makoto wakes up to the morning announcement. Meets the others outside. Toko is told to find the pickaxe where she discovers the body. Knife at the crime scene. Is also the same knife given Toko had given Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife was mass assailant also. Oh, great! So that tarp that was, dry on one side, grimy and muddy on one. Oh, chicken coop. Great. Yes, there was 4 instead of 5. Byakuya's account stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime. Well, no matter what, there wouldn't have been due to the fact that there were sprinklers on. Okay, none of them were alone at any point, so they have a really good alibi. Corpse had a mask covering his head, a white jacket covering the body, a knife had been thrust into the abdomen, where the bloodstains where there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Awkward. Profile. She was obsessed with military. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Member of Fenrir. Tattoo on her body. Monokuma's account. Apparently the game began with 16 participants. Assume that Mukuru Ikusaba, was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. We had the key, we had the titanium arrows. What the hell does that have to do with anything? 10, okay. Wound up ball of duct tape. We can imagine how Kyoko's account. Okay. She managed to find a loophole throughout all of that. Okay, let's go and set some skills. Do we have enough for that? Oh, we barely... Oh my god, I don't think we do, but we might. to use your aim. Extraordinary focus. Okay. Well, I'm guessing we're gonna increase the focus gauge by 2, effective during the class trial. Oh. I'm okay with that. I really don't need to worry about aim, I don't think. Alright, into the trial we go. All rise. Curtain of what is...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Oh, God.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Great.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Thanks a lot, Monica.
Let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Yes, let's.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Oh, yeah, because Kyoko is not standing right next to you. Well, a few...
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah.
No, that's a ghost.
I'm about done with your shit, hero. I'm about done. She's right there.
She has legs and stuff.
This just in, ghosts don't have legs and stuff. I don't know what stuff is, but I can only assume that is something to do
Well,
with the
that's
bottom
just
part of the
because-
legs.
She's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Hero, do you just like making trials last longer? Because that is what you do.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Well, you are in the wrong place, sir.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Oh, God.
Her traits?
Kyoko's gloves. Piercing glare. I would say Kyoko's gloves, but that's just me.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Yeah, let's just go.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah, no, maybe.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Also, why are we even... Kyoko, she's right there. Are you serious?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Oh my fucking god, we're actually humoring him with this?
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Fucking god. Oh, for God's sakes, we're actually going into a debate about this, really? You're fucking kidding me. Tattoo on the right hand, fake nails, exploded. Well, due to the fact that the body is exploded, I would assume, but...
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Let's see.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Okay.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Let's see here. Okay. Now that the body's well, maybe you don't have to humor him with this shit, okay? I'm just saying. We're gonna try the tattoo on.
Wearing
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Oh, god damn it.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
Okay, it's not that. It's probably the body analysis.
Shoot,
God damn it. It's either that or the,
that
One
Kyoko
second.
there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
You know what? They're all very... One
Prove she's not
second.
a ghost.
I look over my... Let's just look over this real quick. Fake nails. Long fake nails. Well, judging by the fact that... Okay. The bottom half remain dry. It's either fake nails or exploded body. You know, none of it is very helpful.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Why are we humoring him with this? Seriously.
explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Okay. Alright. We're gonna try this one more time, and I'm about ready to lose it. Fucking Jesus. Okay, fake nails. Honestly, I thought we already went over the fake nails, but I guess not, so let's just speed this up.
He wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt off in the explosion.
Oh my god, Hero, you are wasting so much time.
He was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
Come on. There we go, fake nails.
No, it's wrong.
I cannot believe we were humoring him about that. Okay, there you go.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
There.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails. I imagine
Oh my God,
trying
didn't-
to wear gloves over nails like that.
I
would've
thought
been a
Kyoko's
pretty
gloves
big
were not even fully up. You know, they revealed the fingers, but I guess not.
Besides,
So, okay.
Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Also, didn't we go over this before? I'm pretty sure we mentioned the fake nails.
You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Hero, I want to smack you so hard. I swear to God.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Why?
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Thank you. Why did we do that? I don't understand.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
You're gonna be my victim in a second, Hero. I swear to
That's
God.
the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
And then I wasted. Okay. Let's see here. Next up. Hopefully we can do this one better. Sprinklers, explode body, tattoo on the right hand. Well, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the tattoo. That's just me, though.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Yes, she's right over there.
who died?
Holy fucking
Gotta
shit.
be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
And there's nothing else we can do.
Right?
Okay. This is not helpful. Well, I would probably say...
Kyoko really is still alive.
Then who died? I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Really? Come on. Seriously, good lord, they're really throwing this out. I mean, oh my god. Okay, it has to be the sprinklers, really?
Then who died?
This is just running around in circles.
The face was... There wasn't any description in the Monokuma...
Okay, it would probably make more sense if it was this. There you go. Can I please not lose any more of my health due to stupid decisions on my part? Thank you very much. Cheers, friends.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
My own stupidity. That's
For
what.
real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Toka, that's oddly okay. Never mind, it's
Oh,
Toka.
an unusual death. This I gotta see.
You're a lot of help, Hero.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Seriously, everyone thinks it's a dog. Come on.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
You're into some weird shit, Toko. Just so clear.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Oh my god. No, she's
No,
just...
that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Okay, let's take a look over what we have. Blah de blah de blah. I'm going to guess we're gonna go with hers. This better damn will be it.
I got it!
There we go.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
They all had to have
Show that
tattoos.
they're a member of the team. Each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh my god. A dog, a wolf. What are we having to do? Oh, really? Oh, good lord, you're gonna have to drag this. Okay. I need the W, please. Or that come one of the W's, please. There you go, done.
Now I understand.
Yeah, you damn well better understand that was 2 letters off.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Toko, you mention a bitch anymore at all, I will smack you.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Wow. She knows things.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? Now we have to have a last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Great.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Well, too bad.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Isn't she an ultimate soldier on the files?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Good question.
She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Great.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
And you know this how?
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Oh, great.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Yes.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Oh, for God's sakes.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Great.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Oh, who is that?
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who?
Oh, God. Well, Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it!
There you go.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The
Oh.
whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
Great.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Yes.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Then she saw blood passed out. At 9 o'clock.
I got it!
There is no other
The
provocation.
body must have been discovered
Yeah.
at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've already gone over this. She went to get the pickaxe, came back crazy.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
I can narrow that down even more.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Except I kind of do. And it looks like the game has begun. I can't provide an alibi for that period. Oh god. Okay, let's see what we got for our options here on our truth bullets, and I'm pretty sure I can already guess. Sprinklers. Fragments near the dead body are not going to help whatsoever.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Okay, let's see here. I think.
It took place somewhere
Damn it!
between
I didn't
10
want to.
o'clock
I wanted to
at
hit
night
those. Yes.
And 9 o'clock in the
We're gonna try sprinklers on the one, and then. But I have a feeling. Come on. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So I have to use it on the 10 o'clock one. Fuck my life. See, this is the problem, is that they're playing semantics at this time, but that's okay, because I'm probably just dumb.
Somewhere between
Boop. There you go. It's either that or that. How was I trying to get the 731? I'm thinking too illogically at
Actually,
times.
the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
The body was dry.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30...
I'm just thinking illogically at times. I swear to God, I don't know why.
Then it should
you
have
know.
been completely soaked.
Hopefully I won't lose everything.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Yeah, because I poured water on it.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
What are you even...
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Why is everyone in this school just so good at going around in circles?
Totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Oh my god. Oh goody, now we're going into the bullet hell. Well, I wouldn't. Which moment of truth? Oh god, the stupid. Oh lordy.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
Come on.
I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you.
Come on. Let's see here.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
There you go, you crazy woman. Swear to God. And that was the only option I could choose. I
Just
tried
remember
to...
what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll.
Oh god, I didn't mean to hit the freaking screen. Damn it.
The top half of the body was wet.
Fucking fat
yes,
fingers.
But the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Okay, now you're just losing it.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
The reason only the top half was wet was because
You put it out.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Oh, he's like, good for you. Oh, wait,
In which
Kyoko.
case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
What exactly?
I'd just like to say one thing.
Uh-oh, yes.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
What is she going on about?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
You seem really talkative this time around, Monokuma.
Shut up, you!
I agree.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Oh.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
Okay, this is very bizarre.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Oh, wow, okay.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Is there something? Oh, God. Am I going to supply my own evidence to get myself screwed? Great. Okay, here, have a tarp.
I got it!
Fucking bitch.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Thanks a lot.
You catch on quick.
How did you even know that was there? Oh, well.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Gee, thanks, Kyoko.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Good question.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Wow. You know, that's just wrong. God damn it.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Okay. So let's take a look at what might be wrong then. What bullets do we have, Before the body before the explosion. Body. Okay. Fragments near the body.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Let's try this. Ah! There we go.
No, that's wrong.
There was blood everywhere. How could there not get anything? There you go. I did one right for once. I'm gonna celebrate this with a drink.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if
Oh,
you
crap.
think about it.
Well, my pants are now wet. Just thought I'd point that out. That could be taken out of context, but you know what? I don't care.
The blood
At least
wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
a little too overzealous with my water here. Anyways,
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
what? What do you even... What?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Were there even any left?
No, that's not what happened this time.
Okay, never mind.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
What? Right there in the garden? Oh, God. Did they use the chicken? Oh my God, they might have used the chicken, didn't they?
I got it!
That's horrible.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Horrible. That poor chicken could have been something
When I
good to
checked
eat.
the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
This is some pretty good water, just so we're clear.
You're saying Someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
I'm as upset as you are here. I could have had chicken wings with that or something. You know, like barbecue. Would have been great.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Thank you.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
What?
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait.
Well, it was
no.
on. Oh.
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Oh, okay
if
then.
that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
This is very bizarre.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Wow, you are really hardcore right now.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
What? Oh, okay. Thank you, narrator, I guess. What the?
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh, good. The ultimate lucky stint.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
That would be.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and
Oh, here it comes.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
Well, do you recognize it at all?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yeah, you might have.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Oh god, we can't let Tucker keep it, blah blah blah. This was really well thought out on my part.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yeah, about that.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Very suspicious indeed.
Says the guy who is very suspicious in every way, shape, and form.
Stuck in the body came from Makoto.
Don't make me use my knife on you.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
That's quite. I don't. All right. Well, continue. I'm not the killer. Great. Make my argument. Okay, let's see here. Disguised dead body. Exploded body analysis. Fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
What a
Cool.
horrible man you are, Makoto.
Wow. All right. Well, first off and foremost, which means that it was not.
The knife we found lodged in the
Okay.
dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to guess.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Let's see here.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
I don't think it is.
No,
Based on the fact if we put the coat on afterwards, it would probably tell me that the body was dead before then. The person
Wait,
was dead before
hold
then.
on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
Ah, hero.
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Would there be blood everywhere? No, there's no way that's possible. Monokuma file, please. I'm just gonna take this, please.
I got it!
Here, have a Monokuma file.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Thank you, hero. Continue on.
Then the knife.
He's just the most useless character right now, like, I
It's
swear.
just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Oh my goodness.
Probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
I just like looking at that picture where Toko's going flying. That's... it's beautiful.
The explosion severely damaged the body,
Because it
making
makes
it impossible to know what really killed her.
By all provocation, she should be dead, but... Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't kill that rampant fangirlism.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic-level spontaneous combustion!
Just stop talking, please. Good lord, you just make this trial go even
I might
further.
be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
I like to think you're average, Hina, if that makes any difference to you. You're not dumb like Hiro.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Let's see here. Let's try this. There we go.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Yes.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only
You, oh my god, fat fingers.
because, of course. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh. You remember that, right?
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Oh god, is she gonna fire back with her? Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Oh my god. I need to concentrate. Oh Jesus, what the hell? Oh my goodness. So what exactly do we have here? Monokuma File 5. Well, great. That's a lot of help.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
This one might be...
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
What would that be?
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Wait a second. She only leaves... Oh my god.
Shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Well, yeah. She was only there's only one.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Let's try the...
More than that,
Yeah.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Let's try countless wounds. I honestly don't... no, but you know.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal
Injury has yet to be determined.
Okay, I have no fucking clue right now. Ah, fucking Jesus. This is very difficult.
Then
Let's
shall
go
we
over and I'm
continue
not
the
gonna
debate?
shoot until I actually get the chance
The
to read.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Okay.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead.
Wait
when
a
that
second.
happened.
Wait a second. Let me look at this real quick, please. With it, at least several days old. Okay, so those were mentioned. Let's see here.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had
Suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have no freaking clue at this point.
Shoot.
Like, I am seriously stumped beyond all
Then
belief
shall
right
we
now.
Continue the debate.
Because, okay, let me look over the evidence real quick. Let me just see. Explore it. Okay. Fire because of the upper half was soaking wet, remaining dry. Fake fingernails fed to a fragment of the bombs when the body was found. Body before explosion. Right before. Okay. Kyoko's account. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The victim's fatal injury?
Didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah, she was already...
It wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
But
Oh yeah.
I am like drawing blanks right now.
Evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her
Why do you keep doing that? I am drawing so many blanks. This is ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to aim for. There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Okay.
fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No. Okay, thank God.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Explosion didn't kill her.
Yeah, she was already totally...
Okay, what does the Monokuma file say exactly? Due to the explosion, victim's identity, they were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went through the body. It's been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but they were at least several days old.
Dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
I am literally
the victim had
stumped.
suffered countless wounds.
across her entire body.
Let's see here.
Then
I'm
shall
just-
we continue the debate?
The victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Need to
correct?
think.
Explosion didn't
Will you
kill
stop
her
doing
for
that?
sure.
Oh my God, fuck you.
Well, yeah.
She was already told me it wasn't me because...
And then
Let's
there's
see
more.
here. I just. So we only have this Monokuma file.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that...
Oh my
she was
God,
hit
these
on the back
fucking
of her
things! I
head.
swear to God.
More than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her.
Okay, let's see here. Fake nails, fragments, knife at the crime scene, chicken coop, Byakuya's account, body before the explosion. Is there any... Stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, there was no blood around there. Okay. The thrust into the abdomen. Monokuma's account. Okay. Woodblock key. Kyoko's account. Disguised dead body. I am literally drawing a blank, like, big time. I mean, I can imagine that it's probably something, maybe.
Entire body.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
Injury has yet to be.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, I have no freaking clue.
She was already...
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that...
Oh my fucking God, every time you do that.
The victim had suffered countless.
Let's try this! I don't know! I am literally drawing a blank. Jesus Christ. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I don't fucking know.
The debate. The victim's...
Fatal injury
Oh my
has
God.
yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Go away.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. She was already totally dead.
It wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
God, I have no freaking clue.
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was...
I
hit on
am
the back of
literally
her head.
drawing a blank.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her
Jesus.
entire body.
Oh my God. Let's see here. Okay, all those wounds on her body. Which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate?
I'm guessing that...
This fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The
I'm guessing that-
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh yeah. She was already...
It wasn't me because of the knife, right?
I'm guessing it's gotta be the stupid little...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be...
Let's try this! I have no freaking clue. Oh my God. I am just drawing so many blanks right now, and I'm about to lose all my health because I can't
Then
think.
shall we continue the debate?
This is just such a bizarre situation,
The victim's
circumstance.
fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Oh, God.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
What
And
the
it
hell?
wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds. across
I
her
am
entire
literally...
body.
Oh, my God. You know what? Okay, the knife wounds was cover up, all those other wounds weren't fresh. Which only leaves... I have no freaking clue. Like, seriously. Honestly. Maybe I have to take what was hit? I mean, I understand that, but that's a mixture of...
She was already
Because of the knife, right?
Oh my God, stop it.
There's only one other.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her
Okay,
head.
let's see here. I've wasted so much
The victim
time.
had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I need to think this through. We're gonna try one last thing, hit in the back of the head, and then
Victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be determined.
let's do this and commit suicide. Oh, wow.
No, that's wrong.
That was probably the only thing. Okay. I just like, what?
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What?
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't
I am
have anything
so
to do with
fucked.
it?
The Monokuma
I'm just
file
glad
makes
that's
it
over
clear
because
that
honestly-
those weren't fresh wounds.
That was the last thing I could think of.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
I don't know if
and
they're
we're safe
old.
in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
I'm not sure.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object. The back.
Oh!
Oh,
I bet
god damn
was
it.
the
Fat
pickaxe.
fingers.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Oh, good. I'm glad to...
Wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Okay, then.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
Oh, my God.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Okay, then. This is getting weird.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Oh, my God.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
How is it not the other wounds, though? I don't understand. Like, how can we classify it as it isn't the other wounds? I don't understand.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Okay, well. The real murder weapon. Well, the only thing we really have here that could probably work as that are the titanium arrows. I'm gonna go with that. Please, dear God. Please. Okay, good. That one
Mukuro
stumped me
was
real
hit in
bad.
the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
What?
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
I agree.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no
Who
right.
hits them with an arrow? Are we actually talking like using it as a bat or actually
I'm not
shooting it?
talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I agree with her. One more secret. Oh my God. Okay, let's Take this slow, not worry too much about it. Let's see.
The titanium arrow.
Can I, like,
It
shoot?
was in the dojo locker, right?
I
I
guess.
have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
You sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master.
Wait a second. Too thin.
You have no right!
What if you wrap duct tape around it? These are titanium things, right? Nearly thick enough, which is why they used...
The
Okay,
titanium
yeah, that pretty much seals it for me.
that was the
It has to, that's the only thing I can think of that could be...
Problem.
Unless, of course, they use the key, which I highly doubt.
Monokuma file, it said the weapon
That would be
must
my
have
kind
been
of...
about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like
An arrow would just be... No!
Oh, wow, I was actually right. I was scared there for a second. I thought I was doomed. Holy fucking shit.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
What?
another weapon?
Use duct tape, I'm sure.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind
Oh, I
multiple
see.
arrows together.
Yeah, that's about right.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
Oh my god.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Well, I
We
have.
proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Sure.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Oh my god, just
You
stop
know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
it. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I
Of
understand.
course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Okay, I'll do it then. I have evidence. Well, we know what the evidence is. Where's the goddamn door thing? Just don't hurt me, please.
I got it!
Here you go. Please don't hurt
The
me.
one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't
Yep.
bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame
Shit.
Makoto for the crime.
Oh my god.
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Okay.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
What?
So why exactly was she doing that? Wow, if that was what
That's
happened.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What does that mean? Well, wait a second. Oh, I just realized. Put it in her... Oh my god, when the body was found. I doubt that's going to be useful, because he's the only one who had a key.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
I can already guess what that is.
Could I really have done that?
You have the key, Byakuya. You had it.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly
Let's see,
I said.
what can
I'm
this...
not the killer.
Okay, that one worked there.
You should understand that more than any
What are you...
A master would never hide something from me.
Yeah, shut the hell up.
That you aren't
Proof.
the culprit. Is that what
That
you're
would
saying?
probably be it.
You stated a theory. You
Because
said
we're
I
gonna
hid
go
it,
back
and
and
then
go...
left the locker key. Could I really have done
You
that?
don't... She didn't have the key because, remember, Byakuya took it for restricting her ability because he's an
I'm
ass.
not the killer.
You should understand that, Byakuya. The master would never hide something from me.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
He took, you know...
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Then what the hell do we do? She has a key for it. Okay. Oh my god, I think this is what those comments meant, by the way. A lot of you have commented about this and told me that if there's a very important choice here that I should be doing. And one leads to a bad ending and one leads to a good ending. I know because you guys haven't spoiled it for me, but you did tell me that that choice was there. So I have been reading it and I'm debating. I think I'll... It's really... I'm not sure. You know what? We're going to pursue the lie this time, and then we'll come back and get the rest of it. Okay?
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
I'm somewhat terrified what this might be about. I'm pretty sure this will probably lead to the bad ending, but you know what? We'll go through with it. We know she had the key, so let's just
I
try.
didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten in.
It's my room.
Yep, here you go.
No, that's wrong.
God forgive us the sins we do. Okay.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost.
Oh, crap.
That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
I thought it was weird that he's trying to push this on like that.
That's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Great.
But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Simply majestic. Oh, God. I actually don't know which is going to lead to the bad ending. You got it right. What?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Wow, really? Already?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Jesus, that was quick. It just went straight into it. It's like, here's punishment for you guys. Like, Christ. Okay. Oh, God. You're gonna crush her to death, really? Great, now I feel even worse. So what exactly am I supposed to do? Take the damn fall for her? Great. So what? So it's either I die or she dies. Well, I'm not... Okay, cool. This after-school lesson has crushing. I'm alright with this. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Of course they saved the most brutal way of going. For Kyoko, of all people. My God. Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. Okay, what happened to Toko exactly? Peace. Oh, great. So we lived on inside the school, and apparently Hina became our baby mama for... Oh my god. This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
What the hell just
Why are
happened?
you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Okay, well, obviously, I guess we'll go against the lie. Because obviously that's what you want us to do. You know, we're just gonna be like, yeah, well, I understand. Okay. Run away. Okay, we'll let it go.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Well,
I
I
see.
get.
So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
Oh, shut up,
Of
Toko.
course,
Just
I
sigh.
have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Oh.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Well, Monokuma's just like,
Mukuro,
what?
who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Great.
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
By 5 minutes,
So
apparently.
then it's time for voting time.
Apparently this
Okay?
trial that's gone on
Everyone,
for what looks
please
like an
vote
hour
using the lever in front of you.
is now completely... Oh my god.
Time.
A, C, somewhere in the middle of this. Yeah, A. Well, good. I knew that C was coming, though. Ooh, 79 tokens for that one C rank.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, good. I like the other future where we had a baby mama in Hina. That's a great one. And apparently Toko died somehow. We'll never understand how Toko... Oh, good. I can't help but feel this whole thing is rigged. Just a little tiny bit.
Sorry.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Good job.
Yep.
What?
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. I don't think so.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Oh, great.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Yeah, damn straight.
Let's give it
Okay, so what exactly is his punishment, I wonder? Oh, seems to be, or at least sounds like, the exact same thing. Well, this went well. After school lesson again. My favorite. I still think the other feature was better. Oh my god, is that who I think it is? So alter ego still exists in some way, in shape and form. That is I'm willing to take that surprise. Oh, he's confused too. Huh?
This is...
From that stupid guy. Is that some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Must have planted it when he invaded my network. Oh, okay.
It would seem...
What the heck?
In other words...
Okay. You know, I'm kind of not happy about him anymore. I'm lucky I got through the last bit of it anyways. What the hell is going on? I don't know.
In other words...
What did you say?
So...
So, more importantly, what the hell happened to Makoto? Oh, okay, randomly. Hope, yeah, this is Hope's Peak Academy. Okay, yeah, I get it. We're really going back in time, aren't we? Okay, well then. I think it's a good time to end this episode, so I hope you all enjoyed the 5th trial, despite the fact that we made Kyoko get crushed to death in an alternate reality where we eventually went on to have babies with Hina. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a little bit. For now, bye!